Stephen Godkin, and I'm a high school physics teacher. I have been interested in science. The earliest I can remember for sure is in 7th grade. I just excelled at it. It came easy for me. Memorizing details in history or reading a poem and trying to dissect it and interpret it, I was terrible at it. But I could remember biology facts, I could remember physics numbers, I could remember chemistry structures. I don't know why science just sinks in a heck of a lot easier for me. Probably because I do like it. They probably go hand in hand. The first school that I worked at was St. Vincent Academy. It's a parochial school in Newark, all girls, and it was a culture shock too. The school is predominantly African American young women, and they didn't like me being a new white teacher. They were very distant at first, and I can completely understand like that. There's a relationship there that you have to work out between you and the students. But I think that the people who are at Communications High School know who I am, know that I basically treat students with the same respect that I'm hoping they'll treat me. And I'd say within 2 months, we were just completely on par. Like, they didn't care that I was white, I didn't care what color they were. We were just kids and teachers trying to learn geometry together. I wish I could be more specific about it, because I think a lot of people, that's something that people really should understand about other people. Like the judgment that you have about people going into a relationship because of how they look, it's not cool. It's not accurate. The teaching part's not a challenge at all anymore. In fact, that's the fun part. The challenging part is managing the new students. I feel like the best part about teaching is being able to get really complicated points across to the students. Because it's not easy to do, but when it happens, they're happy and it makes you happy. This year I'm down to the Dungeons and Dragons Club and the Music Club. We get a good number of people at Communications High School that like playing D&D, so that's going to be easy. And then Music Club also, we're in our 2nd year of bringing back Battle of the Bands, which we used to do like 20 years ago, but then it faded out. And I already have some inspiring young juniors that are going to be seniors that want to take over the club and take it to the next level for next year too. So those two are really good to go. I started doing D&D probably around when I was 7 or 8 years old. My cousin had gotten one of the books and he's like, let's play this game. And I was like, yeah, but when we started playing, it was with a pencil and a piece of paper and there were dice. And I was like, it's not tic-tac-toe. Like, how are we playing? I can't even see the things. And he's like, no, it's like in your imagination. We just talk about, like, we roll dice to figure out what the characters are gonna do, but we're making the characters up as we go. It was kind of fun though. But I came to Communications High School, and probably around 7 or 8 years in, there were a group of kids that were into it, and they asked me, do you play it? And I said, I have played it. And they were like, do you want to play? And I was like, if you want to meet on Fridays when I have nothing after school, I can hang out for a little while and play D&D. And that's what we did. We just started playing D&D. But then other people wanted to join. And then eventually someone said, can we form a second group? I don't even know how many years passed. But D&D Club didn't turn into 4, 5, 6 different groups playing at the same time till like 3, 4 years ago. That's a cool story. My mother bought my kids a Dungeons and Dragons set around the time when I was playing with those Communication High School students. It wasn't quite their thing when they got to be almost teenagers. But for a little while there, we were playing Dungeons and Dragons with my wife, myself, and my 3 kids. We would play Dungeons and Dragons together. And I had to write the material for the game. I was making this massive story up to play with my kids. And then as I was doing it, I was like, this is freaking turning into a novel. As a joke, I'm talking to myself, this is turning into an absolute novel. And then I was like, and so that's exactly what I'm gonna do with it. I guess you'd say there's magic in my fantasy world, but it's not magic. It's just an untapped potential energy that humans can't detect yet, but other species from other planets can detect that energy. So I always use the physics to justify even things that seem magical and unrealistic. You know I'm gonna throw around terms like momentum and force and kinetic energy. You know I'm going to use stuff like that in battle scenes and motion scenes and stuff like that. And I absolutely did. So there's definitely a physics element to the book. I've been working on this book for like 12 to 15 years, and that's not a lie. So anyone out there who wants to become a writer, you don't have to give up just because you feel like you don't have time. If you can only do an hour a week and it's going to take you 10 years, yeah, it happens. I feel like if I give it one more read over and just a little more editing this summer, I'm going to have a product that I'm really happy self-publishing and just putting it out there. Because there's some kids that I've taught that are like, I'll read it, just send it to me. And I'm like, just hold on. But years are passing as I say, just hold on, like I'm getting there. I'm just not there yet. My advice to aspiring young writers is do it. Even if it's going to take you a long time, even if you don't have a lot of time to devote for it this year, and you're like, oh, it's going to take me years to do it, start it today. Or if today's no good, start it on the weekend. Or at least start it next week. Start it, do it. It's rewarding. You'll be happy with yourself, even if it doesn't go anywhere.